So hello, I'm Gary Brooks. I'm here to talk about a part of America 1776, which is this particular mock by Charlie Nienaber, and essentially I asked him to build the Evacuation Day, which is associated with the Siege of Boston. Basically, the British had to leave. So they came up with their own pretty clever plan of using like straw men as dummies to keep the Americans at bay, and then waiting for the fog to come up, and then they very quickly got out of town, if you will. So it's kind of a nice little build, just kind of demonstrating then what took place. Essentially, the British were able to evacuate all their troops very quickly without George Washington even really realizing it. And the first thing we realized was, hey, there's not a lot of activity there, so they sent in troops, and there was nobody there but dummies. So we're just going to show that. Now I'd like to kind of hand this over to Eric, and he's going to talk about the Navy situation at the time.
Very cool. What are we going to take a look at?
Hi, I'm Eric, by the way, and these are my two ships that I built. Right here we have a Continental sloop of war, and over here we have a British brig of war. I'll talk about the brig first. This is a brig in the Royal Navy. This really is a small ship compared to their big man-of-wars, their cargo ships. But this would usually be used to carry supplies from port to port, do little blockade duties, smaller things like that, opposed to sailing across the ocean, bringing troops, or really going into open battle.
This is a very clean design, beautiful, beautiful ship. Were you inspired by any other LEGO ships, or did you kind of have to go out and sort of strike out on your own?
Well, really the only thing that was inspired on both of these was this front part of using these 1x2s and using the hinge plates to really curve them around. And I've seen that there's tons of shipbuilders that use that design, and honestly, I haven't found a better design, so I decided to go with that and incorporate it into my ships.
Very smart, very smart. Now, point out a few of your favorite details on this ship.
On the brig, I really like this lattice structure, which is 1x1 bricks inverted and put up in to look like a grate. I really like these little tie downs for the rigging. And on the back here, I don't know if you can see it, we have a little dinghy that's
very cool
from the back. So
very cool, very cool. And now the next ship.
This is a sloop of war, and this was in the 1776, very early. This is really the birth of the Continental Navy, in which towards the beginning it was honestly the Massachusetts Navy that was doing the bulk of the work, and they had these small ships that during the pre-Revolutionary War eras were used to run supplies up and down the coast, trade, do all these things. So once the Revolution started, these crews of sailors took the boats and converted them to added cannons, converted them to sloop of wars, so that they could run blockades with supplies and have small skirmishes with British ships.
Beautiful work, Eric. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you.